oh, haha. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'd like to talk about the true Dhamma or Nirvana for only people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who wants to attain Nirvana this life, you have to listen to me only. Because I have attained Nirvana for 19 years, I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain Nirvana in this life as well. I'm ready. But are you ready? The topic to speak in this video is The topic to speak in this video is suffering can be stopped permanently with achieving Nirvana. Okay. Why did I say that? Let me explain. You know, the true Dhamma in Buddhism is not possible to teach each other because there's nothing to teach. Dhamma of Truth or Nirvana is a pure dimension. It's universal truth. It doesn't have the fictional language to say. True Dhamma in Buddhism is not in Patai Pidok. It's not in the teaching of monk or nun, but it's in your thought. It's in my thought. You know, if you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey. When you listen to me, you must consider along as I said over and over again, until we go deep into your heart. Then you will understand it. And finally, you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana this life. You know, the true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence because our true self, it doesn't really exist. The Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana this life. Achieving Nirvana isn't a false suffering because there is no cause to be born anymore. You know, if you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey. Can you understand me? If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in the video. You know, the following story I will say. Everything he said. I want you to understand the various idea or thought processes. The following story I will say, or everything I have already said, I want you to understand about the various ideas or thought processes. Because the ideas is the heart of quenching of false suffering, as I told you. Until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end false suffering, nothing more to subtle than this. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is suitable for the people who want to attain Nirvana this life. Can you understand me? As I told you, if you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey. You know, meditation or mindfulness training cannot solve life problem. You know, meditation and mindfulness training cannot solve life problem. The best way to end all suffering is realizing your thought. Can you understand me? Okay. You know, if you want to end suffering permanently, you must stop the cycle of death and reincarnation. Why did I say that? You know, the Lord Buddha taught, everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. Our true self, it doesn't really exist. You know, the topic to speak in this video, I say, suffering can be stopped. Suffering can be stopped permanently with achieving Nirvana. Can you stand me? The suffering can be stopped permanently with achieving Nirvana. The Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana this life. Achieving Nirvana isn't for suffering because there's no cause to be born anymore. Can you understand me? I have something to show you. You know, the Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana in this life. It means when we die there and not to be born anymore. The Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana in this life. It means when we die there and not to be born anymore. And if you want to let go about suffering, you want not to be attached with everything, it's impossible because the true Dhamma in Buddhism is not about having something or nothing. I want to know that. Do you want to practice about non-attachment with everything on this earth or with your wife, with your treasure, with your pets, etc.? You know, the true Dhamma in Buddhism is not about there is something or there is nothing. As I told you, the Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana this life. Achieving Nirvana is a false suffering. The best way to end all suffering, permanently is realizing your thought. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every thought that I convey in the video. You know, and I have something to show you. Who is happy? Who does suffer? Who? I want to know who is happy, who does suffer. No. No one is happy, no one suffers. No one is happy, no one suffers. Aha! Why did I say that? You know, the meaning of happiness and suffering is just a thought. The meaning of happiness and suffering is just a thought. Where can I find the meaning of happiness? Where can I find the meaning of suffering? It's just a thought. As I told you, who is happy, who does suffer? No, not at all. No one is happy, no one suffers in this talk. I want you to understand about in this talk. I want you to understand what process it. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every thought I convey. Nothing more to study than this. Until you can realize your thought. If you want to end suffering, if you want to end suffering permanently, you must stop. You must stop rebirth again. If you want to end suffering permanently, you must stop rebirth again. Can you understand me? The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about human existence. What you see now, it doesn't mean anything. You see the way you see. What you see now. Where can I find our true self? If you can't understand this talk, the Lord Buddha taught, everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. Our true self, it doesn't really exist. The story in this talk, I want you to understand about. I want you to understand about how to stop reborn again. Just mean until you can realize your thought, just mean you have mindfulness and wisdom to avoid suffering, as I told you. Suffering and happiness, it's just a thought. Where can I find the meaning of suffering? Where can I find the meaning of happiness? It's just a thought. The topic to speak in this video, I say, suffering can be stopped permanently with achieving Nirvana. Suffering can be stopped permanently with achieving Nirvana. How to attain Nirvana is very simple. Listening with concentration is a right practice. Don't make meditation and don't make mindfulness. Don't make meditation and don't make mindfulness. You have to listen to me only and consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it. And finally, you will have opportunity to attain the Nirvana life. In this video, I didn't teach you anything, but I have to borrow the language to create content and story to talk to you further things about the various ideas or thought processes. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, you have to listen to me only. Because I have attained Nirvana for 19 years, I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain Nirvana this life as well. I'm ready, but are you ready? As I told you, suffering can be stopped permanently with achieving Nirvana, as I told you. The Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana this life. Until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to avoid suffering. Nothing more to study than this. Please bear in mind.